Hey, welcome back to another episode of This Guy is One French Fry Short of a Happy Meal. Yeah, speaking of French fries, we got to get this interior cleaned out. We got to clean it up. This thing was occupied by mice, rats, who knows what else, for a long time. They were long gone by the time we got to the car, but the damage is done. The smell is there. You know that smell, maybe. If you don't, you're lucky. The smell of mouse pee, and it's there, and it's dominant. So what I did is I put an air freshener in there, a little Christmas tree, and so what we have now is the pee smell mixed with new car smell. It is nice. It's nice, but we're gonna get rid of that. Yep, already changing things already. So what we got to do in this episode is I'm just going to clean up what's there as well as I can. And so that's going to involve pulling the seats out, try to do whatever I can to clean those up, mop the floor, mop the dash, the door panels, stuff like that. Probably wax the dash and the chrome, and just see if maybe we can make it smell this much better, and maybe it'll look better too. All right, well, get over here and I'll show you what we're starting with. What we got, all right, is just right off the bat. This is, there might be a little bit of rust there. There is on the outside, but inside, that's just gunk, from sweaty arm hanging out on the windowsill. This may be gunk. This may be rust. We're going to find out. But stuff like this, yeah, we'll get rid of that. The dash needs some help. Yeah, it's crusty. That door panel is half eaten. That's fine. That's good. This one's almost complete. The floor mat is toast. It's in pieces, basically. So, I don't know. I may not even put that back in. We'll see. This seat is perfect. If you're tall, put you lower the floor, more headroom. It's awesome. That's custom. Special order, I think. And the steering wheel. There's my little air freshener. Just doing the best it can. The back seat. We've got no floor mat back here. We have some half-eaten seat belts. So we're halfway there. But this just really, that's a little tore up over there, but overall, this portion of the car is okay. This just comes right off of here. There's the battery. And then that back panel just popped right off. And then we'll mop this all up, make it pretty and clean and smell good. Maybe use some Fabuloso. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we got. Does this come? That unscrews off. Headliner. Got a mouse house hole right there. And another one right there. So that's not ideal. Got some stainage. But, it could be worse. Could be inconvertible. I'm just kidding, guys. Let's see, what else? This seat, I don't know. I might break down and buy some seat covers. But I gotta find some foam. I don't know. Do any of you guys have some black tape I can borrow? And some foam? Alright. Well, I'll figure it out then, I guess. Alright. Yeah, well, I'm going to start with the back seat. I'm going to start back there. Way, way back there in the back seat. You know, it's funny. When I sit in the seat, the windshield is all the way up there. See it? That's the windshield right there in the front. And then, but if I turn around, the back window is right there. And it's closer to my face than the actual windshield is. Which seems backwards, but it's nice for backing up. Got a good view. No windshield wipers on that one though. Okay, enough talking. Let's get started. Let's do that. Okay, well, let's see if I can get in here. If I can pull this stuff out and just hand it to one of you, and then you can take it over there. Thank you. Careful with the paint. Careful. Thank you. All right. Now what? Oh, yeah. Oh, I need a screwdriver. I didn't anticipate that. Well, okay. No problem. No problem. Hold on. I'll be right. You drop this right here. Oh. I guess I could. Oh. Now there's more room. That front seat will just slide right up. There you go. Thank you. All right. Guess I should break down and just pull the entire front seat out. Just gut this thing. Pull the floor mat out. Yep. Afraid so. Afraid so. Let's hold that in. Bolt right there. Mm-hmm. I see. Now I think the driver's seat belt is complete. Nice. Was there a middle seat belt in this car? I guess you could fit 3 people up here, maybe, on a good day, if they've been dieting. Oh, don't breathe it. Don't breathe in. Okay. Go back to, I think it was the first video we did, if you want to see what was originally under that seat. It was not ideal. Oh, I put some new floor plugs in on it already. Neat. Can you see me? Can you see what's happening? Okay, so is this the smartest way to do this? I have to. This has to come off the runner, and then there's bolts down in the runner. Take it off. Don't lose these. Yep. I just started YouTube 6 months ago, and I'm already too old for this. Oh, okay. All right. Yep. Okay. Now, oh, there's a spring right here. Take that off. Don't forget where that goes. And this, ow. Oh, right here. Need a flat screwdriver. Take that off. Oh. Okay, cool. Put that back. Oh. Easy. Easy. Okay. All right. Now what? How do I get it out of here? Didn't think of that, huh? Oh. Oh my goodness. Interesting. Look at this. So, I was looking at seat covers for this thing, and all I was finding was I don't know what you call it, this pattern. And I'm like, well, why don't they sell the ones like are in the car? You know? And I just noticed this. This thing has seat covers on it already. Too bad that a little of that is eaten up. And too bad the bottom of this front seat is smoked. Yeah. Well, cool. I like that look. I do. What's weird though is that doesn't match like the door panels and the back seat and everything. I don't understand what's going on here. Don't matter really right now. We got more mouse house here. Or am I just tearing out parts of the seat? I don't know. Okay, cool. Well, let's see if we can get those runners out of there. What's it I got to do to get those out of there? There's no room for the socket to get in there. You got a special socket for that? No way. Well, I got to get these out of here somehow because I can't deal with not cleaning those up real good. Got one. Winning. Well, I guess it's hammer time then. I got it. Alright, what about these? These are a different size. And I think those are through bolted all the way through. See, this one's smoked. It's no more. This whole driver one is good. Oh no, you know what? It is good. It is good. Because where did I put it? This is the passenger one. Okay. Where did I put that other piece? That's the whole driver's. I don't know. This is for this to hold that other piece in. Where'd it go? Where'd you put it? Come on. Quit goofing around. Oh, it's still in the seat. Hold on. Not sure why I'm doing this because I'm going to tear them out. But this goes through here, right here, and then this can go over that, and then this goes right back through there. Now we have a complete set of seatbelts. Awesome. That's rad, dude. Yep. Sweet. Just clean these up as good as we can and we're good. But I don't think the back seats had seatbelts. Did they? You tell me. How is that attached? No idea. Little nail? Is that nailed down? Those look like nails. And that's in the rocker. Yeah, that's a nail. They nailed that dude right down to the metal. Interesting. Okay. There's that contraption. There was a floor mat back here. I guess I gotta see if I can get the seatbelts out. That's eating up. Can't believe all the stuff they ate. They did not eat any wiring. All right. All right, good progress. Very nice. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get this mat out of here. This wire looks a ridge. Oh, it was for the cigarette lighter, was it? Yeah. I'll save that. Okay. Okay. Let's see what this floor mat looks like. Or what the floor under this mat looks like. This gas pedal's toast. I gotta get a new one. I got it in the cart already, but let's see here. Need a new grommet for that too. There's that. It's not bad. Some surface rust here that we're catching in time. Pretty solid. This is all nice. Not so much right there. At some point, don't let me do it in this video. It'll take forever. And we've seen my welding skills, but that needs a couple patches at minimum and a floor pan replace at maximum. Yep. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay. Are you as ready as I am for this? I bet you are. I have no idea what to do here, but this stuff is very stained. So I'm just going to experiment right in front of you. I've got some fast wax general purpose cleaner. Just going to give that a shot. Got some palm olive soap. That might work pretty good. I've even got some fast orange. Some good stuff right there. And then you thought I was joking about the Fabuloso. Check that out. I don't think that'll do much, but I had to pull it out. All right. So, and I've got this brush on the drill on the impact. And I got my water hose. And I'm just going to see what happens. I don't know why I'm starting with this piece. I don't really want to soak this one too bad because it's sealed up good, and this is there's a piece of wood on the back of this, so I don't want to warp that. But let's try it out. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Okay, what do we start with? Let's just see what this does without any water. Ooh, that looks professional right there. Huh. Well, I'll be jiggled. I mean, it's not great, but it's better. Okay. Well, now, let's see what this does. I wonder if I should just take this lock out of here. I don't want to. Nah. Nope. Well, I mean, this isn't the edge, but the palm olive worked significantly better than the fast wax over here. I mean, this is cleaner. Okay. Well, let's Oh, wow. This is... Now we got some simple green. Sweet. That's clean, but what's happening is, as the water sits on here, it almost looks like it's bringing more dirt up. I don't know what's going on there. Well, we got another spot right here. Let's try the simple green. All of them are making it better, but I mean, that looks nice right there. Well, man, I think the fast orange is working. I think it's a winner. Yeah, I mean, this did pretty good. There's a spot here I didn't want to bring out. Worst, better, maybe a little better, best. Not even going to do the Fabuloso. All right, well, maybe the black doesn't show as much. Maybe we do simple green here, fast orange here, and that car will smell El Perfecto. Okay, well, keep on rolling with this then. Well, there it is. If you want to go back and look at the before, I didn't take any pictures. Why would I do that? Okay. Just let that dry. Looking pretty sharp. Just getting it dirty again. All right. The cushion for the back seat. The reason I'm doing this before I vacuum the car out and everything is I want to give these things a chance to dry out completely before we put them back in the car. You know, if water does get inside, let them dry out. Especially the front seats. I'm gonna get serious with those. More serious, I think, because the mice were living inside of them. So this thing right here is the biggest part of the problem. The foam is crumbling like that. The mice were living in here, so the smell is the worst in here. It just really needs to be redone, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to spray it up, soak it down, maybe try to get a new piece of foam to fit in here. I don't know, tape it up, re-tape it up. Somebody had it taped already. For now. Kind of hate to soak this thing down. I don't want that seat frame to rust anymore, but hopefully fairly soon I can get some seat covers and redo this. That foam is just going to keep falling apart, just like it did over here. Well, I think that's all I can do with that. Set this thing out to dry and hope for the best. Well, we have a situation here. And maybe you guys saw it already. I don't know. I sure didn't. So I was going to carry the back part of the front seat out there, come up here, but I'll vacuum some of this stuff out, you know, real quick. Went to start vacuuming, saw this, said, oh, that's a broken spring or something. Oh, no, that's a rat tail. See the guy right there? There's his leg. Oh, and when we were cleaning it out before, I said, I can't believe we didn't find any dead rodents in here. Well, can't say that no more. So, I'm going to go ahead and vacuum this stuff out, get that dude out of here, and then we'll wash these up. You think he'll come out? He's wedged up in there. Wonder how many there are. Wow, he was a fat dude. What's he hanging on to in there? Wow. That is a big... Oh, maybe not. There he is. You see that? There you go. There he is. Check out that dude. Yep. He was just chilling, sleeping, and never woke up. All right. Well, yep. Adios, amigo. How many more will we find? I wonder how many more are all up in there. Because they were living in there. Look, they took all this stuff. Oh, boy. Well, I can't get that thing all the way up in there. I'm going to have to rig something up. Or just break down and tear these seats down and redo them. I mean, I guess I could pull these apart and maybe get them back, but let me see what I can rig up to reach up in there. All right, found myself a piece of hose that's semi full of dirt. Might work, maybe. Got another one. You don't look that old. Oh, yeah. Well, it's almost more work than just redoing the seats, huh? Yeah. Boy, are we having fun, right? That's the point. All right. Probably about time to shut her down for tonight. Yep. Okay. One thing I'm going to do is pull these apart as much as I can and then soak them in some simple green and water until tomorrow. All right. Let those soak. And have to hit this tomorrow and get these cleaned up at some point. All right. Okay. Here we go with the backs of the front seat. I have vacuumed everything I can possibly get out of these things. 2 dead rats, and maybe parts of some others. Not sure. But I gotta soak these things down, and then I'm just gonna soak that in there, and maybe put some simple green down in there. And the bottom of the seat ain't smelling as bad, so that's good. So let's see what we can do with this. See how this looks. This is the bucket that the seat belts have been soaking in. Ew. I'm gonna rinse these out. And then soak them again. Okay, I've got these seatbelt parts here that are crusty, and I've got to make those better. So they're not going to clean up that great, but they're going to be better than they are. So let's see what we can do with them. These aren't even chrome, and so I'm just going to take these to the wire wheel. All the rest of this. Wonder what it would do to this. Maybe I'll give it a shot on the backside, see what it does. Well, there's that. Cool. That's as good as those are going to get for right now. All right. Now we got these tracks that are not in horrible shape, but need to be cleaned up. They don't They don't slide as good as they should. And so I think I'm just going to blow them out with air and see what that does, and then just try to lube them up. That actually has a couple ball bearings inside here. It looks like that rolls on. If you're tall, too tall to drive it comfortably, the Metropolitan, they do make kits where these are extended, so you can slide the seat back even more. Just FYI. I can live with that for now. Okay, folks. It is time. I'm going to vacuum out the interior of this car and see what we can get cleaned up inside there while the seats are continuing to dry out. But anyway, I want to show you, before I empty this thing out, this is what I got out of those seats. In fact, I've emptied some out already. So what's in here is probably 75% or so of what's come out of those seats. Oh, the mouse house. I'm going to get this thing emptied out, back to original condition, and then we're going to vacuum out the interior of this car. Yep, get all that stuff out of there, and then do a wipe down, clean up what we can, get the dash cleaned up, see if we can address those holes in the floor temporarily, and start putting it back together. Yep. My old pal and co-host, Mother Nature, decided to show up today, and she's got an attitude. I don't know what that's about, but it's a rainy one out there. So we'll just stay undercover for today, you know? See what happens here. That's that, I guess. There's a little more rust in here than I originally thought there was. Here's a spot where pretty deep. I mean, it's nothing major for sure, but and over in that corner, passenger side. But for the most part, pretty solid. See if we can get this wiped down and see how well it cleans up. Okay, I'm going to run over this floor with this brush on the grill and just break some more of that stuff free, whatever I can. And then vacuum again, I think. And then we'll start wiping it down. Okay. Now I'm going to get ready to wipe this thing down. Okay. What I've got here is just a mixture of simple grain, palm olive soap, and hot water. And so you can start wiping this thing down. super enjoyable to watch. But I'm just going to go through the whole interior. I'm going to wipe down the door cards as good as I can, the doors, the seal plates. I even try the headliner, and then I'll hit the floor and see what we can do. Well, here's the deal. I worked the old camera pretty hard yesterday, and it decided at some point it was done. No overtime. And so what I got is I finished cleaning the floor, and then I started waxing the dash. And I've got this side pretty good. I can deal with it. And so I'm just going to work down, finish the rest of this dash, and try not to get distracted by some of this other stuff. You know, I mean, I could wax all the paint in here. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. But sometimes I drift off and just can't stop, you know. So that's the plan. Let's do that. Let's see here. Might need to put my stool in here. A little more comfortable. I don't know. Let's see what I can do. No. All right, and I'm just using this again, and an old T-shirt. You know. Yep. Yep. Got that all cleaned up. That's nice. Turned out okay. I can live with it. Still some of the minor details, around the windshield and stuff to do, but I'll get to that at some point. Right now, let's get the bulk of it done. Yep. Okay. So I was putting the seat belts back together, and they're not in the best shape, but they'll do for now. And I was trying to figure out how they went back together, and I finally got one together in what I think is the correct fashion. And I thought this information might be useful to somebody. So I'm going to see if I can do it again on camera. Let's see. So this part, take the other end and run it through this piece, like so. Then you're going to take one of these, run that through there. Then take this, wrapped around, over the top, and back through here. Then this piece, see those two holes right there? These prongs on here will lock right into that and hold that. Okay? And you want, from what I'm seeing, you want these pieces on the sides down towards the bottom, because they'll latch over this piece. It'll latch either way, but there's no point in having those if they're flipped up. Makes no point. There's no point in that. So I think that's correct. Okay, so we got that piece. All right. And then for the buckle, this is a tricky one for me. This into this, you got this folded over and sewed to itself. So let's see. We want that to face down. So we're gonna do. Might just have to try this. So this piece slides back and forth in here. And so when you've got the seat belt attached, you want this to pull against this to hold that tight. If you go the other way and you're pulling from this way, you'll just pull it right out. So let's see here. So we want this to go over the front, around, come out the back. Nope, hold on. Flip that over. In that way. Out that way. Pull that up. Okay. Then it's locked in, but you can pull it to adjust it. Or you can pull it straight down to adjust it. But if you pull it this way, it's locked in. Okay. And then you just repeat same thing again through here. This piece. Over. Back through. And then that'll lock into there. Okay. Then these latch together. Okay. Good to go. That will definitely hold anybody, right? I don't know. Maybe. Sounds good though. So there you go. Seat belts are back together. I wonder how they do these, because some of these have a light gold color almost faded away. I suppose. Well, obviously these are all dyed at some point, but all right, there's those. That's how you do that. Are you ready for an adventure? Well, one of us is. All right. Well, here's my goal with the car, guys, is to get it ready to cruise this summer. Get through the summer, and then maybe next winter we can dig into it a little deeper. But I just want to make it halfway presentable, smell drivable, and so we can enjoy it this summer. So this seat needs to be stripped down, sandblasted, painted, and then new foam, the whole works. Needs everything. Although I think all the springs are fine. And I do know that it was not the best idea to soak the inside and cause the frame to rust more, but I'm not ready to strip this whole thing down and put a brand new interior in it yet. So here's my plan, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's either going to work great, not work at all, or somewhere in between. Yeah, I can promise you that. So this is not too bad over here, but this section right here, not ideal. We got ventilation for the hind end, but not super comfy or easy on the eyes. So I'm going to show you what I got. Check this out. Okay. Got a heat gun. I don't know. Might need it, might not. Scissors. Got a piece of foam. Just enough, I think, to cover that area. You with me so far? Okay. And then, got a roll of this. I have never used this. Never attempted to use it. Never seen anybody use it. Well, only in videos. I don't know anyone personally that's tried to use it, but I'm redneck enough to use it, or attempt to anyway. So I think there's enough here. This is not quite wide enough to cover the whole seat. That would have been cool. But try to cut this section of foam out, put the new piece in, run a strip of this down the backside, and then finish up on the front. There's not much here to stick that to. I might have to go past a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But hopefully we can make it a little more betterer than it is. So let's find out how this goes. Let's find out. Should I cut this all out of here? This is going to show. This is all brittle. Oh, man. Cut it out. After we shove that foam up through there. Well, there it is, guys. The back I wasn't too worried about. Looks a little sloppy, but it's going to be covered up by the backrest. The front, it's okay. But the top's all one color now, no foam showing. We'll see how long that lasts. There was not a lot of material to attach to up here. I don't know how long before that starts peeling up. But that's that. Kind of what I expected, really. I'm going to lotion these things up, the rest of the seat parts, and get those soaking up some moisture again. And already did a little test spot over here without you. What I use a lot of the time on this is it's called Wet Look, and this is also made by Tough Shield, the same people that make the metal polish I was using, and they make wax and everything else. I really like this stuff. It works better than Armor All and all that for sure. And some people may not like it, but I use this a lot. But also, what I found works for like outside trim, plastic trim of vehicles, is mink oil. And it will attract dust, all that good stuff. But when that stuff's really dried out and you need to get moisture back into it, on a nice, warm, sunny day, spread that mink oil on that dry plastic or leather or whatever it is, and let that soak in the sun, and then it'll absorb that moisture, from my experience, and then you can use whatever else you use from then on. But all right, anywho, let's see. This stuff smells really nice too. Really make your car smell nice. So that's going to help with our rat smell also. Soak that baby down good. This stuff is pretty dry, especially since I soaked it with water and all that good stuff. So that's the back of the back seat. Cool. Perfect. Well, I'm gonna put this back in the car right now. Nice. Very nice. It's nice. Well, that's pretty sharp. Not bad. Okay. Now, got to get these tracks back in for the front seat. And let's see if we can get that in here. All right. So that obviously goes there. This obviously goes here. Oh, you know what? I want to put, well, it doesn't matter. We can put this in. Floor plugs. Figure that out later too. I put some new floor plugs up in here. These are good. These are good. So I've just got two back here. No, that's for the seatbelt. I think we're good there. All right. Forgot to start the camera, but this is where we're at right now. I have got to fix these holes in the floor. And I'm going to do something that I swore I would never do. Yep. I'm going to just do a redneck patch. Just going to cover that little guy up like that. And that little guy up like that. But, wait, there's more. I'm going to go the extra mile. And I'm going to put some RTV around those. Just to seal them up. Just in case we hit some rain or something and we don't have water coming up in here, sitting in that little seam and rushing it out more. I don't know. Makes sense to me. All right. Let's do this. Then also try to fix this gas pedal. This little rod that locks it into the bracket is just broken off. Thought the whole bracket was broken, but I think maybe I can get this out and put a nail or something through there maybe. And it'll be better than it was. So anywho, let's see what happens. If you're going to do this, check underneath. Make sure you're not going to screw in any brake lines or whatever. Electrical. I've already checked out underneath and looks like we're clearing this whole area. So, let's do this. I'm just going to use these short little pan head self-tappers and some blank 4-square covers for electrical boxes. Yep. Easy. Easy. Okay. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is professional right there. Then at some point we'll come back. Maybe. Maybe not. And fix this for real. See. We'll see how things go. Okay. One down. All right. Fixed. Easy money. Okay. Do feel a little better about that. Okay, I got to put this cover back on, and I have a new gasket for this area, and new screws. So get that in. All right, very nice. Now, I did something else that I said I wasn't going to do. I know. I am. You may be surprised by the things that I do sometimes, and I'm just as surprised as you are. I don't know what I'm going to do until it happens. I accidentally, on purpose, went and ordered a carpet kit. Yep, I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish this video with this interior looking like this with the floor exposed and no mat or anything. And I wanted to do carpet, not a mat. And so that's another reason I went and did all this, because I don't want to ruin that carpet. Run that carpet for this summer, maybe. And then next winter, possibly dig into the floor some more and fix them up the way they should be. Rust treat them, patch the holes correctly and all that. But for now, I'm going to throw the carpet kit in here, and not going to screw it down or anything. Looks like they had different screws holding that stuff down. Just going to set it in here, see how it looks, and run it, I think, for now. Got the gas pedal somewhat fixed, sort of, until that falls off. It'll be fine. All right, let's put this carpet kit in. This would have been a lot easier before I put the seats back in, but hey, I didn't know what I was going to do. How can you plan ahead when you don't know what's coming? So I got this carpet kit from Metropolitan Pit Stop, and seems pretty decent so far. Looks nice. This is not the carpet, obviously. This is just a padding underneath of it. But this should go right over that. And that goes right over that. Nice. Okay. I went with the classic black. Oh, this is going to look nice. They got hole for the dimmer switch, slots for the pedals, a gas pedal loop. This is for the cover for the transmission fluid, transmission oil. This is Velcro, so you can just pop that open without having to peel the carpet back. Check your transmission fluid. This here opens up so you can get to that cover right there for the brake and clutch master cylinders. And that slips snugly over that. Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Wow. That's going to be fun to keep clean. Yes. That's, I think that's better than it was. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's do the back. You can see what I'm doing. Got the seat belts back in. I think this carpet is supposed to have holes in it for those. I don't know. Let's see. Assume this goes this way. I am just going to see about trimming some of this up so it sits in here properly. And then also see if I can tuck these into these seal plates. Got plenty of material left there. Problem is this bunches up when I slide the seat forward, and so I've got to fix that. So if I cut a little notch at it here at least, pull the seal plate off and see if I can tuck that in there. See how that works. And it will not work. Will it? I'm gonna run it like that for now. If things change, I can always change it up, you know? Until I get this all sorted the way I like it, I'm gonna leave the seat belts down here. I'm not going to yeah, that works. Not gonna do the holes for the seat belts until I'm 100% sure on this. I like that though. That looks good. Can we both be right here? Okay. I mean, that's pretty nice. On that side, I covered up this this rail for the seat. Let this sit on top. I don't know if it'll stay there, but just kind of hides that. And then just tuck this underneath. But I got to cut this mat back. Get that to tuck under there. Same with the other side. Pinch that down in there. And then tuck it under here. In the back, we'll run like this. Run it under the front. Tuck that down. Pinch it all under the door seal. There's a significant height difference between me and my wife. So this seat is going to move. I run it all the way back and she will be moving it probably almost all the way forward. You know? That's nice. That's nice. Can deal with that. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Dash cleaned up nicely. New carpet. Man, that finishes it off. That almost makes up for the redneck fix on the seat. Yes. Yes. And there's the back. New carpet there also. Not shabby. Still got some things to do. Still got door seals and window seals and all the stuff. But that's where we're at. Kick plates. But wow. Quite the transformation. Pretty happy with this. I can cruise this summer. For sure. Yep, that carpet fit really nicely. So still gotta fix that door. But check that out. Yep. Even fix that door panel. Can you tell? Yeah, you can. But it looks better. Love it. It does need an interior. I mean, it's not perfect by any means. Needs all new seats, completely rebuilt, new door cards, kick panels, seals, the works. Headliner. He's a headliner. There she is. Well, folks, we did it. We got her done. We got her to where I wanted it, for sure. And even a little better. Outdid ourselves this time. Man, What a change. Feels good to sit in here now. Smells. I can't even smell a hint of rat. Not even a little. It's nice. Dash cleaned up nice. This seat is usable. There's foam in it. Man, I love the carpet. Glad I decided to do that. Good call, Newt. Good call. I know, buddy. Anywho, yeah, this thing's ready to cruise. This thing is ready to cruise for the summer, and we're gonna try to enjoy it for sure. That's gonna do it for this video. I mean, we got her where we want her. Still a lot to do, like I said. Door seals, window seals, new windshield, possibly. What else? Complete new interior, kick panels, door panels, seats, the works. Clean up the engine compartment, clean up the trunk, and do carpet back there, and just keep going, make her betterer than it is. But man, it's come a long ways. Crazy and awesome. I love it. Oh, headliner. Yeah, all the stuff. All right, guys. Thanks again so much for coming back and watching. And for the new people, thank you for showing up, for coming along for the ride. Really appreciate you. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. All right, let's go. Oh, it's not started. All right, I don't want to get out of here now. Yeah, still got a little smell in it. Maybe time for a new one. But man, it's nice. All right, I gotta stop. See you in the next one. Show up, be there, or be square.